And welcome to my channel Options Trader Today. So today in this video I'll explain you how the price of gold has moved in the month of June and how the price of gold can move in the month of July 2025. If you look at this particular trend of gold, what we have seen, the price of XAU USD is trading at a level of $36 as you can see looking at this particular chart. Okay, and if you look at this particular trend, there is a continuous upside after crossing a particular level of around $2071. We have seen the prices continuously rising. Okay, and this level we have seen in the month of 23, and we have seen in just less than 2 years we have seen the price has rise towards a level of 3500, and there is a probability that if it keeps sustaining a upside, we can see there can be a further rise. Okay, because we have seen a war situation was coming at this in this particular period, as well as two wars we have seen in this range. Okay, because of that we have seen the crude price also being very volatile, as well as natural gas. Okay, now looking at this particular chart, what we can see, suppose if it's sustain above that level, probability of going towards 3371 we can see, and if that sustain, a probability of going towards 3438, and then it can move towards previous month's high, that is 3447, and from there it can touch its all-time high from $3505. Okay, which is we have seen in the previous week. Okay, and once started sustaining this level, best you can do, you can trail your SL by $15 or $20. Okay, then you can capture a big movement towards an upside. If you take your quantity less, you can take around $20 to $30, but trailing your SL also. Okay, and then you can capture a big movement towards an upside also. Okay, but if that didn't sustain, it can move towards the previous month's high, that is the previous month's low of around 32.45, and if the price fall below this level, it can move towards 31.28, and if the price falling below this level, a further fall can be seen. Okay, looking at this particular chart, see the price of gold depends on a lot of factors. One of the factor is dollar index. Okay, so I'll explain with the help of dollar index because it is inversely related to gold. But sometimes what happens, they both moves in same direction, which happens rarely. So whenever you start to trade, put your SL. If you're putting your SL, your capital will be safe, and once you in profit, try to trail your SL, so your profit will be safe. And if you're putting your SL in the starting of your trade, it will save the capital, because saving of capital is, see how the dollar index is moving. See, if you look at the dollar index, after making and going below a level of 97, it has touched a level of $96.3, and then a swing has formed. Okay, so if it started sustaining this level, it can move towards $97.4, and if it started going above that particular level, chances of crossing a level of 97.5 is there. Okay, and if that sustain, we can see the price can rise further upside towards 98.2. Okay, and if that sustain, we can see the price can rise towards $99.6. Okay, and suppose if it sustain above that particular level, there is a probability of going towards 100.4, then to a level of 100.9, and then it can move towards 102.12, and then a further upside can be seen towards 103.5, and then a further upside. Okay, so you have to understand, as soon as the price sustain above 103.5, probability of going towards 103.9, and it can move towards 104.5 and then further high. In sustain, because there is a probability and creating a pattern towards downside. So if it started falling below $96.6 again, it can move below 96.3, which is its low. So probability of going towards a level of 95.5, then to a level of $94.6, and once the price going below that particular level, chances of touching 94.4 will be there, then to a level of 93.5. Okay, and if that didn't sustain, we can see it can touch a level of 93. Okay, and once the price falling below that particular level, chance of touching 92 we can see, and then a further low can be seen. Coming back again on the gold price for July of 2025. So suppose if the price sustain this level, we can see it can move towards this particular month's high, that is $33.66. Okay, and if the price sustaining of this level, it can move towards previous week month high, that is 34.38. Okay, and suppose if the price sustain after crossing a level of R1 and R2, we can see it can move towards R3 of $34.50. Okay, and if the price sustaining above R3, when we can see it can touch its all-time high from $35.05. Okay, which is an R4. So suppose if the price sustaining above a level of around R4, that is all-time high, So what you can do, you can trail your SL by $15 or $20, so you can capture a big movement towards an upside. So probability of going towards 35.20 we can see, or it can move towards 35.50 or to a level of 35.70 to 3600. Okay, there is a probability we can see further upside. So best you $15 to $20, that is very important, or you can 20 to 25 if your quantity is less. Okay, you can decide as per you. Okay, now coming back, suppose if the price didn't sustain, what we can see, suppose if it started going below this level, what we can see, suppose if it started falling below this level, we can see it can touch a level of 3304, which is a support one. There is a probability. And if it started falling below this level, we can see it can go further down towards next level, that is 3246. Okay, and if you look at this trend, there is a pattern forming, a narrow pattern is forming in this. And if you look at this particular trend, there is a doji candle is forming. Okay, and this particular month we have seen it is making a opposite hammer, but the month is still left. So you can see after making this doji candle, we have seen a green candle is forming. So probability of sustaining upside we can see. So after crossing the support second, that is 3245, we can see it can move towards next level, that is coming at a level of around 3126. Okay, from there a bounce back can come, but if that didn't come, we can see it can fall towards further down towards $31.15. Okay, there's a support 1, support 2 and support 3, and if the price falling below that level, then we can see it can move towards next level of around 3000. And if the price fall below this level, a further fall can be seen, and I'll update you if the price fall below a level of around $3,000. Okay, you can check my device video also, weekly video also, where I explain you if the price, if you're trading on intraday or as well as monthly.